was actually doing a survey with a bunch of 8th grade boys, and I asked them, what is something positive that somebody said to you that you remember, that you still think about often? They can only give me only 2 or 3 of them could have answered that question. But when I asked, what is something negative that somebody said to them that they remember often and they think about often, everybody had something to say. What does that say about this situation? The fact is that sometimes we let people that say negative things about us hold us captive in our self-evaluation. And that's a problem. It's an issue. And it's something that I think is very solvable by having good self-esteem and using critical thinking. There's a program that I run called Manhood Unscripted. It's for young men. We're a mobile panel, but the idea was started from the fact of fellowship and realizing that in movies and TV shows, it's usually scripted. Yes, there's some ad-lib, but life is not something that's scripted. It's very much unscripted. We learn from each other, we develop, and we become better through that way. So it is easy to say that. That's the point of me saying your life isn't a fixed script. It's a story you can rewrite with the right mindset and the right choices. Now, what do you say? Fear of public speaking stems from self-doubt and lack of practice. Your voice matters. The world needs to hear only what you can say. I'm grateful I'm at a point. Oh, you gotta wait for her to come back. I'm grateful for the fact that I get to speak about my own story. And I know how to say my own story in a way that's interactive and people get to at least learn something from it. Hello. Yeah, right here. Everybody signed in? Yep, okay, great. Now, I want us to remember that it's important that you know how to use your voice. It's important that you know how to use your voice. Now, this is something that these are some of my favorite TV shows. I'm just doing a quick time check. Okay, we good. These are some of my favorite TV shows, some of my favorite characters. Aang from Avatar: Last Airbender, Iron Man, Red Power Ranger. Every show, every movie that they've ever been in, they had to face adversity. That's the thing that that's the whole point of the show. They're either fighting some villain or they're going through something development-wise. However, they don't use that as a reason to shy away from that adversity. They use those experiences to use it as character development and become stronger. I just want to remind you that if you know who you are and you actually have dreams and goals, that's putting you in front of a lot of people who are struggling with that right now. And in a world that it's going to look different now, it's going to look different in the future than it is right now. And I think the only consistent thing in that world is you. How do you handle yourself? What's your mindset? How do you face things? This is where it starts, here in high school. I would hope the only thing you really got to struggle with or think about is school. But I know that's not true because life is life. There's things that you struggle with at home, things that you go through at home that may define you or shape who you are, but I make sure you understand that it does not lie in the direction that you need to be going. So, I will hope through this conversation you have thought about your glory story. And here's a quick idea. If you can think about something that you went through, you struggled with, and you got through that thing, you can use that as a college essay or as a pitch when somebody in a job interviewer asks you, tell me about yourself. You can use that story of, oh, I'm so-and-so, I'm from here, I experienced this, but this helped me become who I am, and I learned this from that.